Welcome back to the Felix Black Show podcast. Today, I am talking to you about finances in your relationship and why it is the number one reason relationships do not last. Let's start the video. Hey, welcome back, everyone, to the Felix Black podcast, your top podcast for all things relationship, travel, and fashion. Today, I am talking about finances in your relationship. Finances are the number one reason why relationships do not last. I know people think it's because of infidelity, because of cheating, communication. It's because of finances. Finances are so important to your way of living, of how you're going to provide for your family. And the reason why finances are the number one reason why relationships do not last is because men are based and are judged solely based on our finances. Women, you want a provider, you want a leader, you want stability. When we talk about providing, when we talk about stability, that comes with finances. So in a household, whether you decide to do 100% the man pays for the bills, whether we're doing 50-50%, 90-10, it does not matter. Finances should be established once you realize that you want to take this relationship to the next level. We'll talk about living together in another podcast episode. But for now, we're talking about finances. Each person needs to have that hard conversation with each other. Everyone comes to relationships with baggage, whether that is past relationships, whether that is children, whether that is debt, whether that is not being healed from past traumatic events. It's okay to come to a relationship with baggage. We all have it. The point is to be open and be honest with your significant other about that baggage. And today we're specifically talking about your finances, whether it is student loan debt, whether it is credit card debt, whether it is you are behind on your mortgage, your car payment. It needs to be revealed to your significant other in full. Why are we keeping secrets from each other when it comes to finances? If you are ashamed of your finances and how they are being handled, you need to fix it. You should fix it immediately. A relationship should not be on your mind if your finances aren't correct. This is for men and women. We're all adults here. So focus on your finances because that's the number one reason why relationships do not last. When we talk about 50-50 or 100% bill payment in relationships, you all know I believe men pay for the bills. Women generally manage the home and contribute where it is necessary. That is my way of doing things. However, you all decide how to run your relationship. That should be communicated. If you want the man to pay 100% of the bills, communicate that. If you want the woman to pay 100% of the bills, communicate that. If you want to go 50-50, communicate that. Each person, this is a very difficult conversation to have because you're opening up your books, your accounts, how much you owe and how much you have available. A lot of people are drowning in credit card debt, and they are just ashamed and have embarrassment about admitting that they have credit card debt. If you want to spend your life with someone else, if you are incorporating someone else into your life, you need to be open about this because now your finances, your debts now affect someone else. I don't care whether you're a man or a woman. It now affects someone else. Both parties need to come to the table with all their accounts, with all their pay stubs, and with all debts that they have. This is the open communication that I'm talking about when it comes to finances. How much money do you make gross? How much money do you bring home each paycheck, each month, each week? How much do you make hourly? Okay. What are your tax exemptions? Are you getting more money monthly, or are you getting more money when it comes time to file your tax returns? This is all information that needs to be shared. So once you have this conversation, clear the day. Don't look to do anything else, because we need to dive deep into finances in order for us to get them aligned, to get them organized, so we can start to build generational wealth. Each party needs to come be an open book. All right. How much money you make, how much money you spend each month on bills. If you have separate households, that is where you can pair and say, maybe we can start to cohabitate if you're that along. I'm assuming, and I want to say, if you're having this conversation, this open conversation about finances, you are further along in your relationship. You are ready to turn that corner to talk marriage, to talk engagement, to talk family. So I'm under the assumption that we're at that point, that you are in different households, possibly. And definitely, if you are living underneath the same roof, you have to have this conversation sooner rather than later. Okay. How much money are you spending each month on everything? Rent, car note, insurance, cable, phone, BS, entertainment. I'll say entertainment. How much are you spending on entertainment? Takeout. How much are you spending on food? Okay. Because you might find that your significant other, your partner, is good with finances. You also might find out that your significant other is bad with finances. That is why this is the number one reason relationships fall apart, because of finances. I may be making $120,000 a year. However, if I am mismanaging my finances, it may seem like I'm making $10,000. I may be drowning in credit card debt because I am not managing and I'm not budgeting the way I'm supposed to. Be open and honest, because you never know how your partner wants to manage their money, your money, our money. That is a conversation, because now it is our money. Okay. How much money you have going out for bills. Okay. If we bring our monies together, this is where we have the 100%, 100%, 50-50, whoever is going to pay for what. This is where you make that decision. I say men pay the bills. That's what I say. Okay. If you decide to do 50-50 in your relationship, that's your decision. You may come to regret that later, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. This is where we decide who's going to pay for what. Again, I'm going to beat a dead horse. Men, you should be paying the mortgage. There should not be a 50-50 split on the mortgage. Men should be paying that 100%. There's no debate there, right? There should be no debate on who's paying rent if you're in an apartment, or mortgage if you're in a home. That should be the man. Okay. You should be making sure those lights stay on. You should be making sure that water stays on. You should be making sure our cars do not get repossessed. Okay. At least you should be paying for your own vehicle. If she pays for hers, okay. But men should be providing that shelter, that electricity, that water every single month with no problems. Okay. So now we're getting into debts. Who's going to pay what? Whether we're going to go 50-50, 60-40, 100%, men, woman, your decision. Okay. This is where we come up with when everything is due, who's going to pay it, and how you're going to pay it. In a relationship, you should be able to say, I'm going to pay the electric bill every month, and that be the end of it. Okay. It should be available for both parties to see, just in case I want to check and see how that bill is going, if the bill is getting paid. Though I'm in a relationship, I love my partner, I want to be with her for the rest of my life, she is human. I am human. There's nothing wrong with checking to make sure that everything is good to go with a payment. Okay. I do not recommend you blindly letting someone pay a bill that affects you. Again, finances are very important. I'm not saying you have to check every single month, but we do spot checks to make sure our relationship is being maintained. Everyone should have that responsibility in a relationship. So now we need to decide whether we're going to have joint accounts or separate accounts. Here's what Felix Black says. You should have separate accounts to where your gross income comes into. Every paycheck that you have should go into your account. We should both put into a joint account. How much we decide what to put into that account depends on your finances. That's why we're having this conversation. Okay. Put that into a joint account because each person is still independent. Maintain your independence. If we are being open and honest, I know how much money you're getting paid every 2 weeks, every 1st and the 15th, every week, because you've shown me, you know how much money I'm getting paid. So there are no secrets, even though we have separate accounts. I do not want to be told how to spend my money once my bills for my family and myself are paid for, and she shouldn't have to go through that either. Spend your money the way that you want to. However, when it comes time that something needs to be paid, everyone should be accountable for what they've been doing with their money. Okay. Though I do not check to see what you do with your money on a daily basis, if we need something, if we want to plan a vacation, it shouldn't be, I don't have any money. It shouldn't be, I can't pay that bill this month because of XYZ. Then you're not being open and honest with what your money is going towards. If we are in a partnership, 90% of our money should be going towards this partnership to benefit both of us, to benefit our family, and to build generational wealth. Okay. Once we start getting into the, I missed a payment or this bill is behind and you're supposed to be in charge of managing that bill, this is where the issues begin. Because now you're either doing something nefarious with your money, you're gambling your money, you're saving your money for your own self and not paying what you're supposed to be paying. At the end of the day, you're not being a responsible partner. You're not being a responsible adult in this relationship. Okay. So that is why we need to be open and honest about finances. This is not something we need to discuss every day. Finances don't come up every single day. There are monthly, sometimes quarterly discussion that needs to be had. So I suggest, I'm telling you, maintain those separate accounts. Get your direct deposit, however you make your money, into those accounts, and you each pour into a joint account. Whether you have a joint account for bills, whether you have a joint account for your kids, whether you have a joint account for vacation. Okay. But if I want to go and get a gift for my significant other for a birthday, for Christmas, I have my own account that I can go into. If I want to go get a haircut, if I want to go get new rims on my car and I can afford it, that is what my account is for. Okay. And likewise, if you want to go get your nails done, ladies, you want to go get your hair done, you have money in your account to go do that. Though I don't necessarily give you the $200 for you to go and get your hair, nails, feet done, a spa day, I am paying bills here. So I am freeing up money that you have to do what you need to do. So I am indirectly paying for that. Okay. You're also freeing up money that I have for me to do different things. That's how the finances work in a relationship. It is a very complex system, as it should be when we're homeowners, when we're adults, and we have different monies going different places, retirement funds, 401ks, vacation funds, play money funds, bills. We have money going in different directions. This is a conversation that needs to be had because this is very important to the livelihood of your relationship, of your family. At the end of the day, your communication about finances shows your level of maturity. If you are willing and able to talk about your finances and be open and honest, that is a level of maturity. You are ready to take that next step in a relationship. If you are not ready to have that conversation with your significant other and open up the books to your finances, you are not ready to get engaged, to start a family, to get married. These are those communication points in relationships that are very important for us taking the next step. Finances, I've said this before. Finances are the number one reason why relationships do not last. Come to the table, be open, be honest about the baggage you are carrying with your finances. Everyone has some sort of debt. Everyone has some sort of debt. Just be open and honest about that. If you are behind on payments, if you are behind on bills, tell them. Tell them it's going to come out eventually. And if I am good with finances, but my significant other is not, and she does not tell me, that is a huge red flag and is not recoverable. Okay, because you had the opportunity to be open and honest with me about that. If you are not good with finances, that is okay. Just tell your partner that. Hopefully, you have a partner that is understanding and that wants you to get better with finances, that will help you budget, that will take over the budgeting for you and siphon off money for you to still enjoy life. Am I saying that you're supposed to be saving everything after you pay bills? No, you should be paying yourself first. I'm not a finance guru, so I don't want to say where to put money. I'm specifically saying we need to have the conversation. You need to have the conversation about money before you start to transition to that next level. While we're still in the honeymoon phase and everything is great and everything is going according to plan, get into those tough conversations to make sure that this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Finances, very important. Everyone should be having this conversation in their relationship. This has been the Felix Black Podcast talking about finances. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you continue to subscribe, follow, and share if you feel someone needs this information. I'll see y'all in the next one.